So welcome again, first year students. We were doing another scene of Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare, and we had done that Bassanio goes to Shylock in order to get some money, and in between Antonio also enters, and Shylock moves aside in order to think how he can catch Antonio. And when Bassanio asks what he was thinking, he tells a lie that he was calculating the amount he can supply Bassanio with. So, now he talks to Antonio and says, "Rest you, fair good senior, your worship was the last man in your mouths." Means, now he says, "Antonio, you have come to me. Your worship was the last man in our mouths. How today you have come to me. It is a surprise." Shylock. Antonio says, "Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow, by taking nor by giving of excess, yet to supply the ripe wants of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is he yet possessed? How much ye would?" Now you see, he says, "Shylock, I never lend nor borrow. But today I am breaking a custom in order to help my friend Bassanio because he needs money." So he says, "It is my custom. It is my rule that I never lend money or borrow money on interest. But today I am helpless because I don't have ready money and I have come to you out of love towards my friend Bassanio. How much you would?" Means how much money you can give to me, Shylock. 3,000 ducats. Antonio, for 3 months. Shylock, I had forgot. 3 months. You told me so. Well then, your bond, and let me see. But here you methought, you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage. Now you see, Shylock will not lose a single opportunity of insulting Antonio. Today, Antonio has approached Shylock for money, and he thinks that it is a golden opportunity to let down Antonio, to make him feel insulted. So he says, "I think that I heard from your mouth that you never lend nor borrow money upon advantage." Antonio says, "I do never use it." Means, you heard it right, I never do so. Now Shylock says, "When Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob from our holy Abram was, as his wise mother wrought in his behalf, the third possessor." He was the third. Now Shylock refers to the Bible and he is insulting Antonio. Antonio says, "What of him? Did he take interest?" Shylock, no, not take interest. Not as you would say, directly interest. Mark what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised, and all the inlings which were streaked and pied should fall as Jacob's hire, the ewes being rank, at the end of autumn turned to the rams, and when the work of generation was between the woodly breeders in the act, the skilful shepherd peeled me certain wands. And in the doing of the deed of kind, he stuck them up before fulsome use, and then conceiving did in evening time fall party-coloured lambs, and those were Jacob's. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed. And thrift is blessing if man steal it not. Now he is referring to the Bible and he wants to say that you are doing like Jacob only. You don't directly, you say something and you do something. Your ideals are something else and your doing is something else. Antonio says, "This was a venture, sir, that Jacob served for. A thing is not in his power to bring to pass, but sway and fashioned by the hand of heaven. Was this interested to make interest good?" Now he says that, were you giving this speech in order to convince me that borrowing or lending money on interest is good? Or Is your gold and silver ewes and rams? Or your gold and silver are ewes and rams means are they animals? Shylock, I cannot tell. I make it breed as fast, but note me senior means he says my money is also like animal. I make them breed means I make them multiply. My money is not stagnant, it multiplies very fast. But note me senior. Antonio, mark you this Bassanio, this devil can cite scriptures for his purpose. Now Antonio says, Bassanio, you should take notice of this, that this devil means Bassanio can cite scriptures for his purpose. Scriptures means holy texts. For example, if we say that Lord Krishna also robbed, so robbery is good. So it means that we are referring to Lord Krishna in a wrong manner. That does not mean that robbery is good. The purpose of Lord Krishna was not robbery, but giving pleasure to the gopis for doing leelas. So if we say that robbery is good because Lord Krishna also robbed, so that is like citing scriptures for his purpose. So Shylock is also doing the same thing. He is referring to the Bible for his own purpose, for his own benefit, and in a wrong manner. An evil soul producing holy witness. You see, it is like an evil soul who is producing holy witness, is like villain with a smiling cheek. A goodly apple rotten at the heart, oh what a goodly outside falsehood hath. Now this is very important, you should mark. This speech of Antonio is very important. So he says, if you have a goodly appearance, you have very good looks, but outward looks are very good, but inwardly you are cunning. So that those outwardly looks are of no use. He says, evil soul producing holy witness, villain with a smiling cheek. Sometimes people are villains from heart, but they smile and smile in front of you in order to deceive, in order to hide their real feelings. So outward looks are not important. It is the inward, and we all know that outwardly Shylock is taking the help of the Bible, the story of the Bible, but inwardly, what does he want? He wants to take revenge from Antonio. Goodly apple rotten at heart. Another example. Sometimes we buy apples and they seem very fresh from outside, but when we cut the apple, we come to know that it is rotten from inside. So in the same way, Shylock's heart is rotten from inside, and outwardly it is seeming that he is helping Bassanio. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood has. He says that falsehood has a very goodly appearance, means falsehood seems very beautiful and pretty from outside, but inward it is cheating, it is deceit. Shylock, 3,000 ducats, it is a good round sum. 3 months from 12 then. Then let me see the rate. Well, well. Now he says 3 months from 12. So I am lending you 3,000 ducats for 3 months. And let me see the rate. The rate of interest. He will not give without interest, but he will look properly for the rates of interest and then he will lend. Antonio, well, Shylock, shall we be beholding to you? Shylock, Senior Antonio. Now, Shylock will not leave a single opportunity of insulting Antonio. So he says, Senior Antonio, many a time and oft in Rialto you have rated me about my monies and my usage. Still I have borne it with a patient shrug. Now, he will not lend money in an easy manner. He will try to insult Shylock to the highest point. So he says, many times you have insulted me, and I have borne it patiently. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and spit upon my Jewish garbage, and for all use that which is mine own. Means you insult me for the interest. Means I earn with hard work, and Antonio, you always insult me. Well, then it now appears you need my help. He says that till now I have been very patient for the insults you have given me, but it seems that today you have come to me because you need my help. Go to then, you come to me and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You that did void your rheum upon my beard, and foot me as you spurn a stranger cur. Over your threshold, money is your still. What should I say to you? Should not I say, had a dog money? Now, he is using very bitter language for Antonio. He says, you have called me dog. So, think upon it. Has a dog money? Now you have come to a dog in order to borrow money. Has a dog money? Is it possible a cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low in a bondman's key with bated breath and whispering humbleness say? Now he says, first of all, tell me, if I am a dog, has a dog money? Have you come to a dog to borrow money? And secondly, or I should do like this, that I should kneel down before you and say, oh sir, so kind of you to call me a dog, and today I will help you. Fair sir, you spit me Wednesday last, you spurned me such a day, another time you called me dog, and for these courtesies I lend you such much monies. So you have done many courtesies on me. You have called me a cur, you have called me a dog, you have spit on me, and for all these kindnesses, I will give you money. Now you notice the tone of Shylock. He has got this golden opportunity of insulting Antonio, because today he has come to Shylock in his need. I will lend you thus monies. I am like to call thee, sorry. You spurned me such a day, another time you call me dog, and for these courtesies I will lend you much money. So you have showered so much of courtesy on me, and for this I will give you money. So Antonio says, I am as like to call thee so again, to spit on thee again, to spurn thee too. Antonio says, don't think that I will flatter you. Don't think that I will change my views about you and I will not call you by these names. I hold my opinions for you and I will continue holding those opinions. To spit on thee again, to spurn thee too, if thou wilt lend this money, lend it not as to thy friends, but for when did friendship take a breed for barren metal of his friend, but lend it rather to thine enemy, who if he break, thou may with better face exact the penalty. Now, Antonio says that I hold the same views for you as I did before coming to you, and I will continue holding the same views. So, don't lend this money to me as your friend, but lend this money taking me as an enemy, because it is easy to extract money back from an enemy rather than from a friend. So he says, because in friendship there is no lending and borrowing with interest. In friendship we help, we don't lend. So I don't expect any help from you because we are not friends, we are enemies. So you lend me money, don't lend me as you are helping your friend, but lend me as your enemy. Shylock, why, look you how you storm. Says, see, look at your attitude. You are storming at me. You need my help and you storm at me. I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames that you have stained me with. Supply your present wants and take no doit of usance for my money. And you will not hear me. This is kind I offer. Now Shylock says, okay, you want me to be friends with you. This is not possible. You want me that I should forget the insults you have given to me. That is also not possible. And you also want that I should forget all these things, insults, and help you as a friend. Now this is not possible. So thank you. This is sufficient for today, and we will continue in another class. Thank you.